Well, that time has come for the reassembly and detailing, cleaning of Project Marsha to get her ready to go out to Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's coming up really quick. I've got a lot to do yet. As you can see, I've been hard at work on this. I've been cleaning a lot of the parts that bolt on, such as these headlight bezels. I've cleaned up all the weather stripping that has to go back on. The cowl grate that goes up there, I cleaned that and gave it a little bit of a spritz with some paint. Just been taking care of some things while the car was at the upholstery shop, which we'll see later in this video. So basically cleaned up the front of this and just sprayed it with some flat black to give it that blackout that it gets from the factory. I've got a couple more pieces that have to go back on here and get cleaned up yet. Cleaned up all the grate, the cowl area that goes inside of that grate. That's all blacked out. Looks nice and clean now. So I've got some help coming this weekend to get the hood and the trunk put back on this and get the bumpers put back on, and that'll leave the car pretty much close to being assembled. I've got to clean up the interior, get all the glass cleaned and whatnot. So we're going to get to work on that. I'll bring you back periodically as I'm getting things done, and I'll probably take you on a ride out to Bowling Green. Alright, I'm here today picking up Project Marsha at Finish Line Tops and Interiors here in Mooresville, North Carolina. She's getting her crown on. She's got her party dress on. Now she's getting her top. So we're here finishing up. Mike's finishing up a few things he's got to do on the top. So good fitting top. A whole lot better than what was on it before. Mike, how long's it been since you've done a big old Fury?
Years. Long time.
So we're getting closer to having everything finished up so we can get this car out to Moparty so everybody can come out and see it. If anybody here watching the video lives in the Charlotte, North Carolina area or thereabouts, and you're looking to get some interior work done, this is the man to bring it to. I've been working with Mike for a little more than 10 years now, and everything he's ever done for me has come out perfect.
And I appreciate everything you do.
So, all right, so next you're going to see this car. It'll be back at the shop so we can start putting her back together. All right, work is continuing on the assembly here with Marsha. One of the things I've got done is I've cleaned up all the front glass trim. I've been working on the weather stripping for the top. I've got my stabilizer bars put back in the front. Those got painted along with the rear valance, which is now on the bumper. As you can see, bumper is fully assembled. License plate light, brackets are on, valance is on, bumper's ready to go on the car. Right now I'm just waiting for some help. Got my weather stripping in the front here, working on the side rails. Trunk weather stripping is on, so we're making some progress, and waiting for my help to show up to get the hood and the trunk lid put on the car. Okay, well, a lot's happened since I last updated. Front end is pretty much back together. We got the hood on, got the components bolted back on the hood, front bumper is on and adjusted, rear valance, or front valance I should say, is on. Come around to the rear of the car, got the top closed again, weather stripping's done on this side, trunk lid is on, rear bumper is on, although it's not adjusted, it's just kind of hanging on there, but it's on. So we're getting there. Well, one of the things we wanted to do before we put the car back together was put in some new outer side seals for the door glass so that, one, it keeps them from rattling in the doors, and two, Helps keep a lot of rain and debris out of the inside of the car. Now these are just some universal pieces that I picked up because these doors are, these original seals were nice and straight. So you can use a universal piece. They come in lengths of 4 foot, which was enough to do the front door and the side quarter glass. The only difference is the original clips, which you can technically get those same style clips, but I found it's just as easy to either use a small screw or to use pop rivets, and the pop rivets will not come in contact with the glass because once they pull in, they go below this flocking material that's attached to these. So what I've done is I've marked out where I wanted to put my rivets at, drilled my holes in here, then transferred it onto here, marked my holes on the door, drilled all my holes, and then we just put the pop rivets in place and use a tool to tighten them up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And again, it's like I said, once this pop rivet pulls in, it goes well below the outer surface of where this material is that will actually come in contact with the glass. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of these rivets in, and then I'll move on to reinstalling the door weather strip. Okay, one of the other weather strip pieces that is available from Steel Rubber Products for these C-body cars, especially convertibles, is this A-pillar seal that runs up along here like so. Nope, this way. Runs here, it sets into this channel, and you do use an adhesive on this to keep it in place. So we've got our 3M weather stripping glue, and we're going to go ahead and apply some here to the channel. Along the bottom part of the body here where it attaches to, and again you just want to apply enough to hold the rubber piece in here. It does have a little bit of a C-channel on this side that holds that side of the rubber in the channel. Now you also want to apply some to the back of your weather strip piece. So it kind of acts like a contact adhesive, and that will give you the best seal or best adhesion for your rubber. Again, you don't want to glob this on here because it will ooze out everywhere and then you have to clean up glue. So we get that on there, we let everything set up for a few seconds. Then we're going to start at the top here and get it put in. It sits into this side of the channel, has the C channel part where that will sit in there. Now get that stuck onto the body down there. That's going to give us a nice good seal here on our A-pillar where it closes up against the vent window. And also up here at this corner, keep water and air from coming into the car. So that's pretty much all there is to that. Again, these great weather strips that we got from Steel Rubber make it real easy to install these. Their fit is really nice. Everything is just like the originals. And there you have it. So that's our A-pillar weather strip installation. We're going to put the door weather stripping on over here on this door right now. And these door weather strips from the factory have a molded end. It's got a metal backer in it, which is what they should have. So if you are looking for weather strips and they don't have a metal support piece in them, do not buy them because they will not stay on the car. Check out Steel Rubber Products. They're the only company out there that I know of that makes weather strippings, door weather strippings that have the metal in them, and also the end cap pieces. So this has this attaches to the door with some screws. And then the rest of it uses these push pins that just go in the holes all the way around the door. And I was able to replace these, most of them. Year One sells them. I'm sure some other companies have them. So that's all there is to putting the door weather stripping on. Just go around the door, put your pins in. On the other end of the door there's another molded piece with 4 screws that holds it on, just like this one, only it's not attached to the end. As you can see, this is a free-floating end. And I almost believe that Chrysler made their weather strips this way because they only needed to attach one end per car. And this end may be the same between C body, B body, I'm not sure. And then the length of the weather stripping could be adjusted as to the car, and then a separate end cap used so that they saved on production cost. Continuing on with our assembly work, I've got both front door panels all cleaned up. I cleaned up the window cranks as best I could with some metal polish. Cleaned our armrest base up and gave it a shot of some chrome paint just to make it look a little nicer. And I've got the windows cleaned up on the sides and adjusted up as best I can for now. Kevin's got to get some new quarter window regulators for this car, so I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get everything adjusted, but I do want the car as tight as I can get it for now because I'm supposed to hit rain on the trip out to Bowling Green. And I am about 36 hours away from departure time right now. So feverishly here trying to get things finished up. I've got to get my trunk latch and lock in, get my striker adjusted so the trunk's got decent gap, finish the bumper installation and get it centered up and set nice. And then I've got to clean up the rest of the interior, put the back seat in it, hubcaps on it, and just give the car a good wipe down and clean up, and we'll be ready to put her on the trailer. That's early for me. Thursday morning, the 12th of September, and we're loaded up and getting ready to head out to the Holly Moparty show. So we got about a 7-hour drive ahead of us to get out to Bowling Green, Kentucky for the show. Hopefully I can get there before the rain sets in for the weekend. It's unfortunately looking like it's going to be a somewhat rainy weekend because of a tropical storm that's been coming through. But we'll make the best of it, and we hope that a lot of you came out to see the project cars that we've got in the Mopar Connection magazine booth, and that everybody had a safe trip and a good time at the show. So we'll do a little bit of road footage and some footage when we get there to the show, and that'll wrap up this project with Marsha. Alright, we are approaching Beach Bend Raceway Park, home of the 2024 Mop Party show. And we've got to meet up with Kevin here, get our credentials to get into the show. So we're going to cruise on into the park right now.
Yep, exactly. I think we're better off approaching from the back. Turn on the turn signal. It's not flashing, but it's on. Alright, side markers. Okay, it's static. Side markers are not on. One reverse light's on. Brake lights are on. How about headlights? We got headlights? The high beams are on. Got headlights. All right, go ahead. Close the door.
Hey, how excited are you?
I'm so excited. That's fantastic. The brakes are rock hard.
Yeah, I never did change that hose. All right, it's been a long day, but I have made it here to Bowling Green, Kentucky for 2024 Mop Party show. We're here set up in the Mopar Connection magazine booth again this year with Project Marsha. And this is going to bring my part of Marsha's chapter to an end. And I'm going to hand over the keys to Kevin, who's going to continue on with this project. And Kevin, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what's in store for Marsha's next phase?
Jim and I are going to paint flames all over. No, I'm kidding.
With a spray can. I can say that, I'm off camera.
Well, if it's going to have flames, you better make her go fast. No, all show, no go. Actually, this is first. Before I tell you what I want to do, I got to tell you what my impression is of what Dave has done, and that has taken, quite frankly, a really, really rough car and a very big, rough car.
She was a project,
and I can't tell you how laser straight this car is compared to how I brought it to him. And I think there was about 6 different paint jobs you had to scrape off.
It was at least 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And it really is a different car. And the blue absolutely pops. Everything about this is just beyond my expectation. I mean, not that I had low expectations, but I'm very, very impressed with what Dave was able to accomplish. And this is just really, really an eye-opener. It's not a lot of C bodies get this kind of attention, and when this car pulled into the booth, all the other manufacturers are setting up their stuff. They came over and came and checked out the car. In fact, even the owner of the Holly Mop Party himself came over, and even when it was on the trailer, and checked out Marsha. So this car really is an eye grabber, and really is a high attention machine.
And really, the premise was not a show car.
No.
And this is not show car quality. This is, don't be afraid to take it to your local car show. You'll be pleased to take it to any cruising you want to take it to. Anytime you want to take it, you will not be embarrassed with the car, but designed to show everybody how you can have fun with an older car without breaking your savings.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the thing that's hurt me, kind of hurt me emotionally the most, is a lot of these guys who are all into the spray bomb, spray can, rattle can. I like patina. And you're like, that's not patina, that's full-blown cancer. And honestly, the effort taken in metal work, correcting the car, and getting the car straight, and then painting the car, the reward is absolutely worth it. And I actually kind of critique a lot of guys who will change the engine, change the transmission, update the wiring, update the fuel system, and they'll take that ball all the way to the 5-yard line, and then they'll just drop the ball and walk away and say, oh, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And this has me so much more motivated to put a 440 in it and put a torque flight in it and get the car thumping and rumping and really fun down the street. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be a race car, but I do definitely want to be able to burn the tires a little bit.
Sure.
You know.
And these cars, if you find the right one, and this was kind of the right one, but they came with 440s.
Oh, absolutely.
So you can start out already with a big block in one of these cars and have fun.
I've been actually advocating the C bodies for a long time because, quite frankly, underneath the skin, this car doesn't know any different. So if you want to build a low deck 383, or you want to build a 440 Ford, I mean, I remember back when I was at Mopar Muscle Magazine 20-something years ago, a guy put a 426 Hemi in a GT Fury. And I'm like,
Ultimate sleeper.
oh, it looked awesome. It was amazing. So again, I mean, a big convertible and a big blue barge, that's cool in its own right. But then to have, you know, a really stout 440 underneath the hood, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
So this car, ultimately, my goal is to have this car out on Power Tour in 2025 with the top down and just bombing the freeway. I think this is going to be a riot. We already put the 323s with the Sure Grip in it.
Yep.
We just need to get the powertrain to be able to spin those gears.
That's it.
So that's the plan for now. I really cannot thank you enough. I know it was a lot of work and it was a lot of pestering from me going, hey, what's the progress and how's this looking? I didn't leave Dave alone, and that's my own fault. But I was
it's hard for me not to go that extra mile with the cars I'm doing, and hopefully this series that we've done on Marsha will help show everybody if you take the time and learn how to do this stuff yourself, you can save an immense amount of money first doing it. You get the satisfaction of saying, I built this car, and you get a car that is yours.
Absolutely.
You did it.
Absolutely.
So hopefully all the videos I've got on fixing the metal the right way and taking the time to fit things properly, that shows everybody what's going to set your car apart from other people's cars that you might be paying somebody to do, and they're cutting the corners because they need to make money.
Yeah, and sadly we saw a lot of corners cut with this car.
Oh yeah.
But so you're able to straighten all that out. So again, I got to say wholeheartedly, thank you, Dave. I really appreciate all your hard work, and this is way beyond what I was expecting. So this is really, really cool. We're going to have it here at the booth. I know a lot of people are going to be coming by to check it out, and then I get to take her home, and we got to fix a lot of other stuff.
You got a lot of mechanicals to work out.
That's all right.
And interior to make nice.
Yeah.
Now you got to make the interior nice,
right,
because the outside looks good.
Well, we
can't drive with the top down with rowdy old interior.
No, that's true. And I'm pushing the car back into the park.
It's not being parked.
Yeah.
Okay, so parking pole needs to be fixed too.
Yep, that's one thing that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
The list gets bigger.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it.
All right, so if you haven't seen the rest of this series, check it out on my channel, All Classics Restoration, or you can go to Mopar Connection magazine. See, you screwed me up by talking about where you used to work at.
We'll fix that.
MoparConnectionMagazine.com. All the stories, all the videos are there for Marsha. You can start from the beginning and watch all the way to the end. I've still got a lot to edit and put up, coming out in a few weeks. By the time you see this one, they'll be out.
Thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon.
See you again soon.